Oh, there we go. There's the pre-roll. Okay.
Let's get back to strolling instead of scrolling. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your fam.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit. Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio. That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Don't worry, Ma. We'll be there soon.
We? Is this the one?
Well, let's say I found the one who takes me to another level. Always stays calm under pressure. Most importantly, the one that helps me discover the coolest places.
This sounds wonderful.
Come outside, I'll introduce you.
They're here.
Definitely the one.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
Some carriers will give you just 1 measly entertainment subscription. 1 is no fun. With Verizon, there's up to 7 entertainment subscriptions with your unlimited plan. That's 7 times the... 7 times the... No! 7 times the... Music, gaming, Disney+, Hulu, ESPN+, and more. That's 7 times the entertainment! Because everyone deserves better.
And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
This is the BCSN Pod Zone, your place for the news, views, and conversations about all things related to HBCU athletics. Here are the BCSN Sports Wrap, Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, Knights of the Round Table, the pregame show, the Carlos Brown Show, the ONG Strike Zone, and more in one place. We are changing the way you consume HBCU sports, one broadcast at a time.
Let's get back to strolling instead of scrolling. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your family.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the
All right, with your bad self. It's the O&G Strike Zone. Yes, sir. Brian Fulford, Kelvin Rozier, soon to be joined by the third member of the crew, Kofi Hemingway. So we are excited about the show. We are 10 days away, Kelvin, from the start of the season. 2 days away. 2 days away from our championship volleyball team hitting the court. Fall season is back, man. This feels good. It's a great time to be a Rattler. How you doing this evening?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing well, man. I'm excited about the show, man. I'm excited about the start of the season. We got 2 championship caliber teams that are going to kick off the season with volleyball and football, man. It's time to start telling some lies, and all the undefeateds and upsets. So it's that time, but I love it.
I love the way you said that. Telling some lies. Hey, there you go. Hey, man, it's only a lie if you don't believe it. So that's what I say. So, man, look, we are excited about tonight's show. Hey, we've had the pleasure of having on a lot of people, Kelvin, in the year, just over a year of us doing this, man. We've had some guests, we've had some coaches, we've had some players, we've had some former players, we've had Hall of Famers. We have, but I think tonight we're having our we got to say on the food chain. This is the highest level of person, that we have. Hey, God's always with us, right? So
right.
Mine is that.
Right.
The highest in FAMU. This is the highest level that we got coming on today's show. It's an honor to be able to have a chance to talk with Interim Athletic Director Michael Smith coming up here shortly. It's an honor. I had a chance to talk with him for several minutes at SWAC Media Day, man, and I wish I had known him or known of him longer. I know you have or do. So I mean, because I really had a good time talking with him, and I just wanted to be able to spend more time just talking with him. So I mean, I know people have a lot of questions, and I know people. I mean, we love FAMU, and I'm gonna tell you what, Michael Smith loves FAMU too. So I think that above all things he is a Rattler. He loves FAMU. So that is where we're at. So everything else is just finding about the state of Rattler athletics, and so we get a chance to hear it firsthand. No third party, no message boards, no bulletin boards, no back channels. We get to hear it up close. And the one thing I will say, Calvin, I have always appreciated this. If Mike Smith doesn't know, he'll tell you he doesn't know, and he'll find a way to get the answer. That's about as
Yep.
honest as you can be, and I love it. I love it, man.
Yep. Agree.
Yeah. So that's Mike's coming up. Coming up here in a few. Later in the second hour, Stan Becton from NCAA.com is going to come on, and he's going to tell us how the Rattlers are going to find a way to repeat as number one in his ratings. You know, to the fury of everybody who picked the team that won the Celebration Bowl or picked the team that won the SWAC. You know, couldn't quite understand how, you know, and we had that interview with him and he explained it, and it was what it was. I love the explanation. So
Yeah.
we're going to find out from him, you know, where teams are coming into the preseason, and find out how the Rattlers are going to get back to the top. So we know it's all going to start real early in the season for them. And so want to thank everybody for watching the show, coming in, watching us, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ONG Strike Zone. Reminder, we are 10 days away from the start of the season. Matter of fact, kickoff in whatever it would be 10 days exactly from this time, 8 p.m. Eastern, kicking off in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
FAMU taking on UNC. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time. So we're that far away. But hey, exactly. Got to give a shout out. If you're watching us on YouTube, first off, you need to do is go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Shout out to Dr. Lori Wilson out there. Appreciate you being the moderator. And if you haven't had a chance to go onto Amazon and go pick up that book, congratulations, Dr. Lori, on all your success with that book. I know you're going to drop some plugs in the chat room. You make sure you do that, okay? And so shout out to you. Shout out to everyone on Facebook as well. And hey, shout out to my man, AD Drew, who had to fill in for our producer, Mel. Producer Mel is probably watching on her phone. She's dealing with some weather where she lives. And my man, Drew, he's a Rattler. Even though I give him heck for sometimes, siding up with some of these other degrees and all these teams that he sides with, he's still a Rattler.
Hey, predicting against his own alma mater.
Yes. Left me out there on the show as the lone wolf. That's all right, though, because Drew's my man, and he'll come in and he filled in as the producer. So we appreciate him. Hey, but Kelvin, look, before we get too deep and get ready for our interview with Mike, you were at Scrimmage number 2. FAMU football had Scrimmage number 2 on Saturday, so we get a chance to hear firsthand reviews from that scrimmage. So I'll turn it over to you and let you talk about, let's talk offensive side of the ball first. What are some observations from the offensive side of the ball that you saw?
So the first thing I'll say is that there were some, on both sides of the ball, there were some guys who are going to start, who's going to play that didn't play. So it wasn't all ones and all twos that were playing in the scrimmage. And again, there was no game planning, so we were just kind of running plays, working on things that we want to do. Now, with that carried in there are some things that translate that you could get out of the scrimmage. I know everybody want to know about the quarterbacks first, so I'll go there first. Rashawn did not participate. He's fine, but he did not participate in that. And I just think that the coaches wanted to get a good look at the 2 and the 3 quarterbacks to just,
good move,
to get them comfortable, and also to see how much they have progressed and see how the travel squad. Coach mentioned he want to know what his travel squad look like. So the bulk of the reps went to Musa, and then next was of course Junior Meritovich, and then third was Sal. Now, from what I gather, the defense dominated. Let me tell you that first of all. The whole first half, I don't know outside of the last 2 minutes, if the offense even got into scoring position. That's how dominant early the defense was, and they didn't have all their starters either. But what I would tell you is, I know you said offense, but I have to say that I feel like the defense is 3 deep in most positions with no drop off. They are fast. They fly to the ball, and we had a pick six again, and then the only caveat I would say is that uh, every now and then missing a tackle, and we got some guys that are hard to tackle. So outside of that, man, Dark Cloud defense in good situation. Now with quarterbacks, got off to a slow start. Go ahead.
Let me ask a quick question there, because and it looks like we got Kofi jumped in as well. So Kofi, good to see you. Glad you're able to get in.
What up, boy?
What up, boy?
As we talk about the defense, and Kofi, you were at the scrimmage too, and so what we're doing right now, Kofi, just talking a little bit about the scrimmage before AD Smith comes in. The scrimmage, the defense. One of the things I've heard, and Coach Sanders has been quoted as saying the biggest difference and we all know this, is usually the depth in the trenches. Now, you just mentioned looking possibly 3 deep. I mean, how would you evaluate the trench depth from the D-line and linebacker spot? Because it's not the skill positions, because we're going to have skill positions, but it's the depth, the size, and maybe we'll have to do some analyzing the depth and the strength of Carolina versus our guys. But what did you see in that area?
I said what I said.
What did you take away?
we got our interior line. We got guys coming back. Gentle really didn't participate in it, but you still had all the guys returning plus the transfers that came in, and like I say, man, they were dominant, man. They were tackles for loss. There was pressure on the quarterback. I mean, the windows in terms of timing. I mean, even our returning all-star defensive end, Isaiah Zay. He went to the sidelines for a minute. The offense still, had their challenges, man, with the backup. So I'm very comfortable, and I think you've heard the coach say the standard is the standard. I'm very comfortable with our defense, and I think that helps the offense, frankly, when game day happens, going against that iron sharpening iron. They going against the best of the best.
Okay. Kofi, given the fact that you were at scrimmage, what were some of your takeaways or impressions from scrimmage number 2?
Well, I would say, just it's a carryover from what I saw in the spring. Is just the speed of the defense is evident. It is quite evident. It is noticeable. You can definitely see it. And, it's amazing. I think that this, what we have literally is an FBS defense. Most of the players that are on that side of the ball came from FBS programs, the ones that are starting. Is a legitimate FBS defense. The speed is there. The power is there. And I want to say the savvy is also there. These guys have been together. Most of them have been together for at least a year or so. And so you're seeing that they know where to go. They know what to do. They know how to play together. But I think the biggest difference is going to be this year is going to be the linebacking core, the speed and activity of the linebacking core. And that's what people are going to see. That is going to be probably the major difference between this year's defense and last year's defense.
Yeah, because I think of the 3 units of the defense that, with all respect to those guys, that was the area that stood out as not the most dominant. I mean, we knew what we had in the secondary. We saw what we got from the front line. It was just that middle there, and we don't run. We're running almost like a 5-2. something to that effect. So we really only have 2 linebackers from what I see. It's not like we're running a 4-3 up front from what I've seen. I've seen some people in the chats already asking, as you said, who's the quarterback. I'm telling everybody now, the fact that
McKay is the quarterback.
yes,
McKay
is the quarterback. Yes, that's where I was going.
Look,
that's where I was going.
People, get your
That's where I was
minds
going.
right. I know y'all still traumatized over the Jackson State game last year. McKay is the quarterback. He is QB1. Tell yourself McKay is QB1. Get your minds right. McKay is going to be lining up behind center. You will not see Musa opening up the game. The end.
Thank you. Yes, and please tell anybody who asks you, because everyone else out there in SWAC land and HBCU land, they're going to put little asterisks next to their thoughts and predictions about FAMU. Well, if they find a quarterback, blah, blah, blah. No, tell people now, it is Rashawn McKay. That is the quarterback, week 1. All right. Yes. So that's what we got. And so that's what we're going to work with, and that's cool. We'll see what happens, what transpires, So from a talent receiver position, running backs, any observations or anything you want to point out from that level? Any new guys stand out, or anybody not play that you didn't, that we should have seen play?
I think basically our skill position people are already good. Okay, but Marquez is good. Any one of our receivers can take it. They can break tackles. They can catch. They're shifty. They run good patterns. They are well coached. Our receiving core is good. Now they are going to be challenged by the Jackson State and the UNC secondary. But if they can find any measure of separation, that's going to be good for us.
Yep. What do you want to add to that, Kelvin?
Yeah, I'll jump in and say, wide receiver, running backs, you can see when they get in the open field, they're tough to bring down, and they're a threat to go the distance. And I'm not calling names, because all of them pretty much consistently have that talent. The two names that I will drop that I thought I would like to see more of were quarterbacks, and wasn't the quarterbacks that people were looking for. I would like to see Trey Fisher get more reps as he learns the offense. I think there could be something there. All right, son of a coach. He anticipates his throws pretty good. Has lively on. Will tuck it and run. Decent athlete. He's a little short, but I think he could help us if pressed into duty. And then this is my first time seeing Ja'Cory Jordan get some meaningful action. And he's the 6'4" kid. He's the tallest of our quarterback out of Jacksonville. And man, he is such a presence when he's out there, number one. And then his couple of series that he got in the game, even though they didn't score, I don't think with him at quarterback, they moved the ball. And he the moment didn't look too big. So I see a lot of upside with both of those guys. So I don't in terms of backups, of course Moose is going to be number 2, and if you give him time, if I offer, it's going to take a little time because our offensive line is new and the depth of the offensive line is kind of new. So it's going to take a little time for them to gel and then to get pulled all together. But if they give, of course, McKay and Musa, but if they give them time, then with the weapons we have, man, we're going to give teams fits. The challenge is that we start off the season with probably our 2 best opponents, maybe 3 out of our 4 best opponents.
I agree.
From just a defensive level, is that what I mean?
Full team,
or just overall,
all of the above.
Team. Yeah, I've maintained that I think what's the challenging part for our offense is they face three of the toughest defenses in the first 3 games of the season. Because I'm giving respect to Albany State. I mean, Albany State's defense Even though they have officially had 6 shutouts, they technically had 8. Best defense in Division II. And so, I mean,
and they are
that's
ranked.
worth something. Yes, and they are ranked. And so I think, look, our offense not only has to go against their teammates on the other side, then we've got to run up against UNC, running up against Jackson State. I think it'll be interesting to see how we adapt and how we execute on Saturday in just 10 days. Let me ask this. One of the guys that I've noticed that has been missing, Leland Wilhoit. And I think, Kofi, I heard you mention him. I don't what do we know of his status? What do we know what's going on? Because I was really impressed with his performance in the spring game.
So he's in the boot. He's in the boot. It'll probably be mid-season before he come back. So I think they're gonna have to make a decision with the depth we have at running back. If he's not back and ready to suit up by the end of September, I don't know if it's smart to use a red shirt year. I mean, to use a year of eligibility on him, but he's injured right now.
Okay. Anything you want to add to that, Kofi? I mean,
no, I mean that basically covers it, and that's largely why we ended up going after the running backs that you saw us go after. You know, in the offseason, we have a little bit of depth there.
I wondered, Kelvin, you mentioned obviously the quarterback run from that scrimmage. What do you see the future for Cameron?
To take things to the next level, contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's